Okay, so you see a headline about some big new study, right? It can feel like you're trying to solve a puzzle just to figure out what the researchers actually did. Well, in this explainer, we're going to crack that code. We're going to figure out how scientists take a snapshot of our health.
So, here's the central mystery we're solving today. We're on the hunt for a very specific type of study, and we've got two major clues. First, it has to be purely observational. That means researchers just watch, they don't step in and change anything. And second, it has to capture everything at a single moment in time. Got it? No intervention, one moment. Let's go.
All right, to solve this thing, we need to line up the usual suspects. We're going to meet 5 of the most common study designs out there. One of them is our answer.
First up, we have the randomized controlled trial. You'll often hear it called an RCT. Now, this one's known as the gold standard for a reason. It's awesome for figuring out if a new drug or treatment really works. The key thing here is that researchers actively do something. They give an intervention to one group to see what happens. Next in the lineup is the case control study. I like to think of this one as a detective. It starts with the mystery already solved, people who already have a disease, and then it works backward in time, looking for clues in their past to figure out what might have caused it. Our third contender is the cohort study. This one plays the long game. It's like a movie, not a photograph. Researchers find a big group of people, a cohort, and they follow them for years, sometimes even decades, just watching to see what happens to their health over time. And here's contender number 4, the cross-sectional study. The best way to think about this one? It's like taking a giant group photo of a whole population. It captures one single moment, giving us a snapshot of who has what disease and who has what exposure, all at the exact same time. And finally, we have the experimental study. This is a close cousin to the randomized trial. The name kind of gives it away, right? Researchers are actively running an experiment. They're doing something to see what effect it has. So there you have it, our 5 contenders. Based on our clues, which one do you think it is?
Okay, the lineup is complete. The evidence is in. It's time to reveal the answer. I hope you've got your guess ready.
And the correct answer is D, the cross-sectional study. If that's what you were thinking, high five, you nailed it. It is the perfect match for our clues. So now, let's break down exactly why it's the right one.
It all comes down to this definition right here. A cross-sectional study is literally that snapshot we were talking about. It looks at a whole population at one single point in time. And, crucially, it's just observational. Researchers aren't giving anyone a treatment or making any changes. It perfectly hits both of our clues. No intervention, and a single moment in time. You know, knowing the right answer is great, but to really get this stuff, you have to know why the other answers are wrong. So let's lock in that knowledge by quickly norming through why the other contenders just didn't make the cut. Okay, let's start with the easy ones. Remember our first clue, no interventions? Well, randomized controlled trials and experimental studies are defined by their interventions. The researchers are actively doing something, so boom, right away those two are out. They broke a cardinal rule of our search. Next up, the cohort study. The key difference here is all about time. Our cross-sectional study is a snapshot, a single photo. A cohort study, though, that's a feature-length film. It follows people over a long period. Since our second clue was a single point in time, the cohort study's out of the running. And that leaves our detective, the case controls study. This one is different because it starts at the end of the story. It finds people who already have an illness and then looks backward into their past. It's super useful, but it's not a snapshot of a whole population right now. It's a targeted investigation into what already happened. So that one is incorrect too. So why do we even care about all these little distinctions? Well, it's because the design of a study changes everything. It determines what kind of questions researchers can even ask and how confident we can be in their answers. Knowing if you're looking at a quick snapshot or a decade-long movie completely changes how you should think about a finding. And this table just lays it all out perfectly. It's a fantastic cheat sheet. You can see clear as day that the cross-sectional study is the only one that checks both our boxes, a single point in time and no intervention. The cohort study is observational, but it happens over time. The case control looks backward, and the randomized trial is the only one that actually tests an intervention. See, each of these designs has its own special job, its own superpower for answering different kinds of questions. So I'll leave you with this. The next time you see a headline about some amazing new scientific finding, you've got a new power. Before you even get to the results, you can ask yourself a really simple question. What kind of study was this? Was it a snapshot, a movie, a detective story looking into the past, or an active experiment? Just knowing the answer to that will tell you so much about what those findings really mean.